Self-propelled wheelchair give you the freedom to move from point to point B, so that you will not stuck in one place if there is no assistant to push you. Come with a robust safety belt, armrest flip up, or you can even detach it, okay, for easy transfer. Footrests can flip to the side or detach for compact keeping. Easy transfer, which means you can alight from the wheelchair from the side without the obstruction of the armrest as well as the footrest. And if you are having a meal, the tabletop will not be blocking because the armrests from the both sides can be flipped up and there is no obstructions. The armrest can flip not only halfway but all the way to the back to prevent any obstructions. Come with a attendant brake at the side. It can be used as a pushchair if the user do not want to propel. The assistant can just push the user using the push bar over here. Allow me to show you the full specifications of this wheelchair and why it is different and is considered one of the premium wheelchair in this category. How do you open this wheelchair? Flip up the push bar, ensure the latch is in. Flip down the seat. As you can see from the back here, there is an active force bar. Lift it up, turn, and it will be secure. Flip down the footrest. This is a 5 cm thick cushion. It is a choice. If you want to put it on, it will look like this. Thick and comfortable. How do you flip up the armrest? There's a latch over here. Just press and you can flip it up. How do you remove the footrest? Just push the latch to the back, turn it to the right, and you can detach the footrest. Comes with a deep pocket. How do you detach the armrest? As you can see, there's a latch over here. Just pull it and remove the armrest. Want to connect it back? Just simply pull the latch and connect it back. Within seconds, easy, and it is very convenient. Comes with the anti-tipper on both sides. Anti-tipper is to prevent the wheelchair from tipping backwards in any event if the user is not careful. Just the height of the anti-tipper can be adjusted as well. Just lift up the red color level and it can be adjusted all the way to the floor level or all the way up. Why is it important for it to be able to adjust up and down? Because in any event, if you need to step on the curb climber and tip up the wheelchair, the front wheel can flip up higher, allow it to go up curbs. Allow me to touch on some of the improvements that we have made for this wheelchair. This is the active force bar, and why is it important? It is to prevent the backrest from falling backwards due to the heavy weight of the user when they are leaning back. So this acts as an additional support. The four wheels are connected by 4 ultra ball bearings, extremely smooth and designed to withstand heavy impact. This is even much more heavier duty than those used in a rollerblade, the enhanced version of the bigger size ball bearing. As you know, ball bearings from rollerblade, when they are designed to jump from very high ground and land without damaging the wheels of the rollerblade. This is the same type of ball bearing that is used on the wheels. It's extremely smooth. See, it's still turning. Okay, those kind of traditional type of lower quality ball bearings, right? Usually they don't even use ball bearing for some of the wheels. They just use a metal rod to poke through and use a cylinder to put in between, allow it to rotate. After a while, rust kick in, then it will damage. So this is one of the consider one of the best ball bearing we ever used for these heavy duty wheels. Okay, still spinning. So it's extremely smooth and easy to push. This is not any lousy wheelchair from any dropshipping factory. Okay. PU, armrest. Okay, so it is durable for armrest to rest over here. It's not those kind of cheap quality cushions or even plastic that will deteriorate over a period of times. Okay. The braking systems, double bolt through fixings. Okay, this braking system is very durable because we have one additional metal brake here, and with 2 bolt through fixings to allow the brakes to last for a longer period of time. And as you know, for heavy duty user, when they are times when they are sitting on a wheelchair, and some of them might accidentally propel it, okay, which will damage the brake very easily if there is only one bolt through and without this additional metal cast here. Okay, so this is built to last for heavy user. Okay. As for the assistant brake, there are spring returns at the bottom of the cable here. Okay, this is very important for any wheelchair because the spring returns allow the brake lever to always return back to its original position even a long period of using it. For those lower quality one, after a few months, you can notice the brake lever slowly will move higher and higher, okay, and lost its tension. This will not happen to this wheelchair. Okay, it will last for many years because of the spring return. Silky safety belt is important. Okay, we do not use that kind of rough safety belt because it causes abrasion on the user if the safety belt accidentally move under the clothing. It might cause abrasion, especially for diabetic user. It's not safe to use. We have increased the thickness, and second of all the spacer over here is also heavy duty and designed to withstand heavy weight. The screw is extremely thick and long, okay, so the lock nut will not easily come out of the screw and causes danger to the user. And also for body frame of a wheelchair, right, this part, the connection from the body frame of this part to the connector is very important to have this type of connections so that it will withstand much more heavier weight. Okay, for those heavy duty wheelchair, if you see those connector that is using a rivet, it will usually it will not hold such a heavy weight. If you flip down the push bar, you can see the thickness of our aluminium is different from those you see from any dropshipping factory. Okay, it's low quality factory because our thickness is proven to withstand heavy weight while turning left and right. Okay, if the thickness of this part of the aluminium is not thick enough, and when there's a heavy user sitting over here, when it's turning left and right, okay, this part of the push bar support will open and the push bar will become loose in a very short period of time. But it will not happen to our wheelchair because we have increased the thickness of this part of the connector. As for the safety, we have ensure all the nuts that is reachable by the user. We will usually put a safety cap to prevent the user or the assistant from cutting themselves. This is important, especially for diabetes user. How do you close this wheelchair? You can remove the seat. There's a Velcro. Okay, it's very secure. It will not slip off. And over here, you can just turn the active force bar knob here, push it down, lift up the wheelchair seat like this, and close it. Okay, you can choose to put the cushions at the side here, close it, press the lever over here inwards and flip down the push bar. For this type of heavy duty wheelchair with so many functions, ours is considered one of the lightest you can ever get. Okay, and it is definitely not heavy, able to fit into any vehicle because the footrest can be detached and the push bar can be flipped down. So this is considered lightweight, manageable, footrest detached. Can take a look on how compact is the wheelchair. It is not very big size. It's easily fit into car booth. This is a close-up view on how to remove the footrest. As you can see, there's a lever here. Press it inwards, turn. Okay, you can fit it to the side, or you can remove it like this. How do you put it back? Just put the male back into the female. Over here in this position, press it down and fit to the front. Under here, click sound. Okay, the footrest, the height of the footrest can be adjusted all the way up or down. Okay, by using a Allen key tools that we will provide over here. Just turn, loosen it, and you can shift it up and down for tall or short user. This is a close view. At this you can see how robust and high quality this wheelchair is. How do you flip up the armrest? As you can see, there's a lever here. Press it inwards and flip up the armrest like this. Okay, it can go all the way to the back so that there's no obstructions. Okay, and how do you remove the armrest if you need to remove it? As you can see, there's a knob here. Just simply need to pull the knob up like this and lift up the armrest. Want to put it back? Just pull the knob. Okay, put the male into the female hole, then lock it. If you do not need to remove the armrest, which most of the time people do not need to remove the armrest, okay, because it can fit all the way to the back. Okay, only those armrests that cannot fit all the way to the back, there's still obstruction, then you need to remove it. You just simply need to press the lever and put it back like this, push it down. Active force bar. How do you keep this active force bar? As you can see, there's a knob here. Just turn. Okay, press it down. And it's loosened in order for you to keep the wheelchair folded. Okay, once you open it, how to secure it? Very simple. Press it up and turn. Okay, definitely there must be some allowance, so this is normal. Okay, this is just to prevent the backrest from falling backwards. Okay, for additional support. Anti-tipper. How do you adjust the anti-tipper? There are different levels for it to adjust. As you can see, there's a red level here. Just press it upwards using your finger. You can go all the way to the floor level. Okay, which is not recommended because sometimes you need to step on the curb climber. Okay, step on the curb climber for the wheelchair to lift up the front wheels in order for it go down the curb. So usually what we do is we set the default, okay, which is, as you can see from here, there are two holes here, okay, which is sufficient enough. Okay, so in any event, the wheelchair can still be step and flip up to go up any curbs. You can notice that the spring will retract and return back to its original positions. This is also helping the lever to return back to its original position whenever the lever is being suppressed. As you can see from here, the safety belt, what we are using is this kind of smooth, silky smooth safety belt. This is to prevent abrasions. Usually the safety belt from lower quality wheelchair is rough. It looks like this. It looks like this, it is rough, and usually it causes abrasions on the user's stomach area if we went under the clothes of the user accidentally. A closer view on the brakes. As you can see, these are high quality braking systems. It is built to last because there are two bolt-through fixings here, and we also have the connections of this additional metal plate here. So even if you use for a longer period of time, okay, the braking systems will not be shifting its positions. Next, allow me to touch on the finishing. As you can see from here, the finishing is flawless, and this is the part which I mentioned. Okay, you can see the thickness of the aluminium. Okay, and all our nuts is all covered for safety to prevent any cuts for the user or the assistance. PU material is going to last. Get a closer look on the finishing. Okay, and over here, as you can see, the welding is almost flawless. It's done by machine and not by hand welding, which shows that there is no human error. And just now, which I mentioned, this connector, heavy duty wheelchair that is using this type of connector, is going to hold heavier weight. Those using revert, usually it's going to hold a much lighter weight. Allow me to free up the wheelchair, and you can see the active, as you can see the crossbar here. The crossbar is very durable, extremely strong. Okay, and the spacer, as you can see, is also using heavy duty spacer. Additional thick screw to ensure its durability. It's almost indestructible.